Giant, you may discover yourself overwhelmed. You may find yourself downhearted, mentally delicate due to the ordeals, the upheaval you've endured. There are always valid justifications for neglecting your obligations. Undoubtedly, those justifications accumulate day by day, especially when you're envisioning future goals. You can indefinitely postpone them due to the pressing demands of the present. However, these narratives convey various messages, particularly when combined. They advise that upon departing from a dreadful place, refrain from looking back. There's no sentimentality. It's about relinquishing the obsolete aspects of yourself. Moreover, if you're committed to pursuing the virtuous path, there's no justification for not doing so, none whatsoever, regardless of the circumstances. There is absolutely no excuse for procrastinating on what you ought to be doing at this very moment. It's not always straightforward to confront something, but you meticulously outline various approaches in your literature. One method for recalibrating involves breaking down the issue into smaller, manageable steps. How did you achieve this? You devised it in 3 ways. Firstly, you identified something you desired intensely, unleashing all your passion and becoming fixated on it. Whether it was a business, a car, a relationship, or a physical transformation, if there's something you once dreamed of and now it's tangible, it's because you didn't simply imagine it. You infused it with such fervor that it's now part of your reality. I desire this. Perhaps you fantasized about it, pondered over it, discussed it. However, when you consistently concentrate on something enchanting occurs. You envisaged something, gained clarity about it, and then began contemplating all the reasons why you desired it. You became enthralled by it. So, what's the next step for me now? It's decision time. You have the freedom to choose whatever you wish. Yet, it's reassuring to acknowledge that any day you desire, you can overhaul your entire life. What actions can you take starting from tomorrow that will bring about a difference? What will you undertake to alter the course of your life now? If you fail to take action starting tomorrow to enact change, guess what? Things will remain the same. And if that's the case, you can predict what the next 5 years will resemble. Just look at the past 5, because the forthcoming 5 will likely mirror them unless you alter your course tomorrow. Seize the opportunity to transform everything. Invest your time in constructive endeavors rather than dwelling on grievances and complaints. It's easy to succumb to negativity when we're apprehensive about achieving success. However, when you eventually triumph, embrace it wholeheartedly. But for now, we need to initiate this shift. What happened to your determination? Listen up, adventurers. I'm not interested in hearing about your obstacles. We all face them. I don't want to hear about your restrictions either. We all encounter them. It's possible to endure such profound anguish in life that it feels like it's overwhelming you, convincing you that you're incapable. But that's not the end for you. I may not know the extent of your struggles or how deeply they affect you, but I'm here to affirm that your current situation is not the conclusion of your story. External circumstances often persuade us that we're incapable of achieving our goals due to factors beyond our influence. It's time to piece together your puzzle. We transform tragedy into triumph. And let me tell you, folks, you've got to desire success as fervently as you crave air. The one thing we must unwaveringly refuse to compromise on is the commitment to progress. Stagnation is not an option. We must move forward relentlessly. Challenges may seem insurmountable, but remember, the ultimate challenge lies ahead, signifying that the only way is up. Yes, it'll be tough, perhaps tougher than you can conceive, but right now, you're being tested, refined by fire, pain. Don't falter in the face of adversity. Being capable and accountable, taking charge of your own life is fundamental to attaining happiness, well-being, success, achievements, and personal leadership. Embracing accountability is one of the most demanding disciplines, yet it's essential because success relies on it. When you avoid shouldering responsibility and instead attempt to shift blame for the aspects of your life causing discontent onto others, institutions, or circumstances, it distorts the link between actions and consequences. This undermines your integrity, weakens your resolve, and diminishes your essence as a human being. Such behavior sets the stage for a never-ending stream of excuses. In today's fast-paced world, maintaining our focus can be challenging. We're bombarded with numerous distractions clamoring for our attention. Consider the plethora of information, messages, and tasks that inundate us daily. They can easily divert us from what truly matters. However, here's a secret. When we take ownership of our actions, it empowers us to exert greater control over our lives. It operates like a cycle. The more accountability we embrace, the greater sense of control we experience. And with that sense of control comes increased happiness and positivity. Picture yourself juggling myriad tasks, akin to keeping plates aloft in this rapid-paced world. Maintaining focus is akin to preserving the balance of those spinning plates. Now, here's the intriguing aspect. The more we affirm, "I am accountable," the more adept we become at managing these tasks. It's almost akin to possessing a superpower. By uttering these words, we acknowledge our role in events, fostering a sense of strength and capability while safeguarding our happiness from the clutches of negativity. When confronted with adversity, we can simply remind ourselves that we are responsible for our responses. Now let's consider intelligence. It's akin to a tool with dual edges. We can employ it to find excuses for why circumstances aren't our fault or why others are to blame. Conversely, we can utilize it to ascertain our responsibility in the situation and take proactive steps to address it. It's akin to choosing between offering excuses and fostering progress. Even in situations like accidents, where we may not bear fault, we still hold responsibility for our reactions. Leaders, those individuals who guide and inspire others, exemplify something crucial. They consistently assume responsibility for the situation at hand. They refrain from complaining or becoming agitated when faced with challenges. Instead, they swiftly take action to resolve issues. Being a leader entails possessing a capacity for response. It's akin to possessing a superlative skill that enables us to maintain composure amidst adversity. Just as we don't harbor resentment towards the weather, we refuse to allow uncontrollable circumstances to unsettle us. Furthermore, we don't permit past events to rob us of our happiness. It's akin to acknowledging what cannot be altered, I will accept. This approach ensures that old memories don't evoke sadness within us. Now let's delve into the realm of emotional regulation. Picture yourself as the overseer of your emotions. Assuming control over our emotional state commences with acknowledging, I hold myself accountable for my emotional state. This entails refraining from assigning blame to others or offering excuses for my feelings. Instead, I assert control by determining how I will respond to circumstances. Even in moments of anger or worry, the most effective means of alleviating distress is to take proactive steps toward achieving our objectives. However, prior to embarking on action, it's imperative to establish that we will govern our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. We keep ourselves occupied with meaningful pursuits to prevent the intrusion of negative sentiments. By exercising mastery over ourselves, we enhance our strength, happiness, and positivity across all endeavors. The essence of focused thinking lies not merely in managing distractions, but in crafting a realm where we reign supreme over our thoughts, fostering creativity, productivity, and personal growth. It's akin to harnessing a unique ability we possess, the power to choose. In a world inundated with distractions vying for our attention, it's crucial to remember that assuming responsibility and maintaining control can lead to a happier and more successful life. Throughout history, success has often been determined by engaging in actions that the majority overlooks. Now, as we delve into the realm of setting goals, it's essential to bear this in mind. I'm not aiming to draw a divisive comparison between the 5% and the 95%. Rather, this dichotomy simply reflects reality. Failing to acknowledge it can incur consequences. If you can articulate your desires, I can provide guidance on how to attain them. The crux lies not in achieving our goals, but in defining them. Just as a ship would never set sail without a destination, or an industrial plant would never inaugurate operations without a product or purpose, so too must we establish clear objectives. Football would lack purpose without goalposts, and baseball without a home plate. Similarly, every business operates with a specific purpose, and every game is played for a reason. Returning to the analogy of our vessel, if you were to ascend to the navigation bridge and inquire about the name and whereabouts of the next port of call, the captain would promptly provide the answer. He harbors no doubt in his mind. Can you similarly articulate your destination in one concise sentence? The captain comprehends that he can only reach one port at a time. Attempting to reach two simultaneously is futile. He acknowledges that his destination will remain concealed for the majority of his voyage, yet he persists with unwavering determination, knowing it awaits him on the horizon. By adhering to certain practices consistently, he anticipates reaching his destination one fine morning, marking the successful culmination of his journey. Upon achieving his objectives, he proceeds to another predetermined port of call, propelling himself and his vessel from one triumph to another throughout their lives. I recognize for every narrow harbor And what about yourself? Remembering that success is defined as the gradual realization of a noble objective, what ideal are you striving towards today, yesterday, and tomorrow? Can you articulate it succinctly in one sentence? Is your objective sharply delineated and clearly understood? I could guide you on the path to attaining anything you set your mind to within 5 years. To comprehend this better, consider one of the most underestimated truths in the world. Every occupation, regardless of its nature, contains within it the key to all that we desire in life, the key to greatness. However, we must seek it out and commit to it wholeheartedly. To excel in your profession, you must choose between two paths: competition or creation. If you opt to compete with others in your field, you must be content with receiving the same rewards, and if that satisfies you, then so be it. However, if you aspire to become a master in your craft, you must innovate and create. Once you embark on this journey, there are no limits to what you can achieve.